see you. Thank you, Dan, for the kind introduction. Thank you, Jaime, and thank you for being such a true champion for Nova Scotia and the Mi'kmaq people as the MP for Sydney-Victoria. Je suis très heureux d'être ici avec vous, avec Jaime, avec le ministre et avec plusieurs autres amis et collègues parlementaires aujourd'hui. Before I continue, I want to acknowledge that I am speaking to you all today, as we all are, on the traditional unceded territory of the Algonquin and Anishinaabe people. My friends, Indigenous History Month and National Indigenous Peoples Day is a special time. A special time because it's an opportunity to celebrate the mosaic of traditions, languages, of cultures that have shaped Canada for millennia and continue to shape it today and long into the future. First Nations, Inuit and Métis across Canada have long and storied histories. Histories of strong familial and communal values, of sacred spiritual practices and stories passed on by oral tradition over centuries, of diverse languages that Indigenous communities are painstakingly working to preserve, reclaim and revitalize, des histoires de protection de l'environnement, maintenant et pour les 7 prochaines générations, et des cultures qui s'expriment par les arts, la musique, les spécialités culinaires et de la danse. Des cultures appréciées non seulement ici, mais partout dans le monde. These are histories and cultures worth celebrating, worth embracing, and worth learning from. Unfortunately, the history and incredible contributions that Indigenous peoples have made and continue to make to shape this place we now call Canada has often been overlooked. Mais notre gouvernement a travaillé fort pour bâtir et renforcer nos relations au fil des ans, pour garantir que vos contributions et votre persévérance ne soient plus oubliées dans les livres d'histoire. Notre engagement à favoriser la réconciliation, à corriger les torts d'hier et d'aujourd'hui reste inébranlable. We will always be a partner in building a better future for all Indigenous peoples, a future determined by you, whether it's through signing historic agreements to return the control of child welfare back to Indigenous communities, funding the work to revitalize Indigenous languages, making unprecedented investments to improve Indigenous housing, healthcare, and education, or advancing economic prosperity by enabling the creation of good, job-creating projects owned and operated by Indigenous peoples. In recent years, the discovery of unmarked graves has been an awakening for people across Canada, an awakening to the truth that you all already knew. An awakening that called on us to do more to learn about the injustices of colonialism and support Indigenous peoples in their healing journeys. Alors ce vendredi, célébrons ensemble la Journée nationale des peuples autochtones et le solstice d'été entre amis et en famille. Let us commit to celebrating Indigenous contributions, Indigenous ways of knowing and being, and Indigenous traditions. Not just during Indigenous History Month or on National Indigenous Peoples Day, but each and every single day. Let us challenge ourselves as a country to be a model for our friends around the world on how to reconcile our past and mold a better future together. Thank you. Merci. Miigwech, Nakomik, Gela Kasla. Merci. Merci, Chair. Thank you.